I actually grew up in Grace and started going as a really young child. And when Pat and I met, we went together, and we were married at Grace in 2000, and our family's been attending since.
It started as a typical Sunday, except for we were running late that Sunday, so we decided to home church, and we had a basketball game to get to for Jake. We heard our phones go off with the warnings, but we kind of ignored it. The sirens went off, and then they went silent. You know, they came on and then they went back off. So we decided to pack the car up to leave for the game. We all got in the minivan, backed up out of the garage, and we were met with some hail. So in thinking that I didn't want the van damaged, I said, hey guys, let's take my truck. So we all loaded up in my truck, all 6 of us, started to back up, and went down the street about 5 houses down, and that's when I remember not yelling, Pat, that's a tornado. So we were in the tornado, we could see the tornado coming towards our street, so I put the truck in reverse. We backed up all the way down the street into the driveway, tried to hit the garage door opener, and wasn't working, obviously, with the power out. So I ran to the front door with everyone else following, kind of looking for the right key, because we really never used the front door. Finally found the key, unlocked it, we ran down the hallway, down the basement, and we were down there probably 5 seconds, and we could just hear the tornado hitting our house. And that started saying the Lord's Prayer, and we just gathered until the tornado was here and gone.
That was probably the scariest part about this whole ordeal, because it was never like the house for us. We weren't like attached to our house. We didn't really have a whole lot of memories here. So I think that was probably the hardest part of this whole ordeal, was just the fear that we faced and that our kids faced, but was also probably the most awesome part of the whole story, because you know, as we were together in the basement and, you know, we were praying together, we honestly just felt like God's peace. Because after seeing the tornado and seeing how massive it was, I didn't think that we were necessarily going to survive, you know, even when we got to the basement. It wasn't until, you know, we were praying, and that was like for the first, I just remember we were just grabbing the kids and just holding them, and that was feeling God's peace with us, and then all of a sudden just hearing the silence. But that was probably, I remember walking out just being in awe that God had spared our lives. And that was what I think the kids experienced too. And I just think, you know, that I hope that they can take that with them and just know, you know, how God is in control and how he spared us that morning.
He protected us from even the timeliness of changing our vehicles. And I mean, had we left, you know, 5 minutes earlier or a couple minutes earlier in the van, we might have been headed right into the tornado. I think letting us in the front door, you know, having me find the right key, I think back to every little detail, how it worked out for us to just get into the basement in time.
And even the fact that we left. Because I know, you know, we would never respond to a warning again in the way that we did, which was really foolish. But at the time, you know, growing up in Illinois, we've heard warnings and watches. And I mean, usually people go outside, you know, you go outside and, oh, where's the storm? Is it heading towards us? What's going on? And I think the fact that we left allowed us to see what was coming, because we probably wouldn't have been in the basement. I know we wouldn't have. You know, we wouldn't have been in the basement, and you know, the upstairs took the hardest hit, and you know, in our kids' bedrooms. And if they were up there, you know, that would have definitely been devastating. And so even just with what happened on the main floor and the glass and everything, it's almost like, you know, God knew that we needed to actually see what was coming to get us in the basement. I think it's been truly amazing to see God at work throughout this whole ordeal. Just in the people around us, in the family of grace, in our families, our friends, the community, complete strangers. I mean, we have just seen Jesus in these people who, and you know, we, of course, and I'm sure a lot of people haven't had the opportunity to just think individually all of the people who have really just been there for us, supported us in so many different ways. And I think that that's one of the really great things that has come from all of this is just seeing God at work in our lives and in the lives of others, seeing a lot of people who have been able to witness to others, just seeing just the hands and feet of Jesus, and it's just been truly amazing.
I think it has been amazing, and just the amount of support that we've seen from the congregation, from individual members at the church, from helping us out in the yard to, I remember getting gift cards so that, you know, we could eat out for 3 weeks when we were at the hotel, so we didn't have to worry about dinner. But I also think back and remember when the tornado hit that night, the first night out, we went to Annette's parents' house, but we went to Wildberries for dinner, and we sat there, and I remember thinking, I don't know, you know, where we're gonna be. I don't know where we're gonna sleep. I remember that moment getting a phone call, and we got 2 rooms at the MC Suites right when I was thinking that. So, you know, it's almost like every thought that you had of worried, he just said, you know, I'm gonna take care of you, and he did. Every little detail, he worked things out. He's also brought new people into our lives that we wouldn't have come close to, you know, if the tornado hadn't happened. We've met new people, and we've just seen his work in others and in our life as well. Our first hope was to be in by the anniversary date, and as you can tell, that's not going to happen. Then we were hoping Christmas, but we're just now finishing up drywall, and we're told 2 months from drywall. So we have our fingers crossed about 2 months from now that we'll be back in. So.
Our family's greatest need right now is just continued prayer. I know that there's a lot of families that are, you know, they're back in their homes, and it's starting to become a memory, and yet we sort of feel like we're still right in the middle of it, living it. Just the continued prayer for strength for our family, and just for healing, just for the kids, and just that there wouldn't be any lasting fear or any lasting negative really from this whole experience. Just that the positive would continue, would stay with us, and that I guess just for strength and endurance to just keep going with this project, and that our house would finally be finished.
I think it was really difficult at the beginning, going through everything that we had to do with the insurance companies, and then heading into the summer, you know, things kind of got on the way up, and now we're back at that kind of stressful time, but we're learning to turn everything over, and so definitely continued prayers for and discernment in any decisions that we have to make in upcoming future. God's in control.
I remember when this first happened, and we were sort of feeling really overwhelmed and hopeless, and I was driving the kids through town, and I remember looking over at the sign, and it was 2 Corinthians 12:9, and but he said, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect through weakness. And I would say that verse really sums up a lot of what we've gone through.
Before the tornado happened, every time we'd walk in, we'd never say, wow, this is a great house. But now, when we're back in, we're going to appreciate it a lot more than we did before.
I just want to say thank you, because we haven't had the chance to say thank you to all the individuals that have helped. So I just want to thank the whole congregation and everything that they've done for our family, and they're welcome to come to our house at any time after it's done.